except when they don't talk to each other. And I've never seen on one table so many instruments not talking to each other. So we're here now. Dr. Jones will not be able to get through her presentation, and we have some openings in the future that we'll ask her to look onto her schedule for. It's hard to schedule her because she's very busy, but she will be returning, all right? So let's just do as much as we can today and relax, if we possibly can, and have a good time, and then, when possible, we'll have Dr. Jones return, all right? So maybe return 2 or 3 times, so let's just take it.
David?
Yes?
Could we run over a little bit, agree that we're going to go an extra 10 minutes today since she's getting started so late? I don't know.
I'm hesitant to do that because people need to go to church. I would prefer to stay on schedule, and then if people want to stay by, they can. All right?
So David, would you tell me what time I should stop?
Why don't we stop you?
15 minutes.
No,
11:30.
no. I'm trying to look at the time now. Can we stop you in half an hour? Okay, let's pray. Surely do need it now. Oh. Okay, dear God, thank you for the Sabbath. Thank you for this equipment. And thank you for Dr. Jones. May we be blessed by all, we pray in Christ's name. Amen.
Good morning. I have to use this. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Thank you, Dr. Larson, for the invitation and for providing a forum for me to share about a ministry that I'm very passionate about. And of course that is nursing, and particularly Adventist nursing. I want to acknowledge the support that I have had in the School of Nursing from first Dr. King and Dr. Furman for all the time and all total support for me to do what I have done. I've also had the support of the Department of Health Ministries in the General Conference. I want to also acknowledge my indebtedness to 2 documents that I have used in finding facts about the history of Adventist nursing. Those 2 documents are published by ASDAN, that is the former Association of Seventh-day Adventist Nurses. One was a journal, a commemorative issue published in 1983, 100 years after the start of Battle Creek School of Nursing. And that issue was called The First 100 Years. And also then the book that was published by ASDAN as well, called Mission of Love, A Century of Adventist Nursing, written by Dr. Muriel Chapman, who spent thousands of hours and several years in the archives of the General Conference, trying to make sense of all the records that were there about the history of Adventist nursing in the church. Excuse me. From the beginning of the health work in the church, nursing has played a key role. And it's been very closely associated with what was the medical and now the health ministries department. The education aspect, Board of Regents, now the AAA, has played a role in curricular issues and accreditation, but the identity and collaboration of nursing has been with the health department. And as I said, it has played a leading role. Adventist nursing has an amazing legacy and is little known. I could keep you for hours discussing and sharing some of that legacy, but I have chosen to focus on two aspects: the excellence aspect and the innovation. Of course, Florence Nightingale, so-called the mother of modern nursing, has influenced Adventist nursing. All her writings, but particularly her establishing of a certain kind of nursing education program, a nursing school, which she started first in London. It was copied here in the US at Bellevue Hospital in New York. And Florence Nightingale was actually a contemporary of Ellen White, and I don't think they ever met, but they wrote some of the same kinds of ideas about health and about care of the sick. And of course, Ellen White was an influence, particularly her book, Ministry of Healing, and all the principles there that guide in regard to holistic care. Dr. Kate Lindsay is another key figure. Dr. Lindsay dreamed of becoming a Florence Nightingale for North America. She studied nursing in New Jersey, a 2-year program, when there were very few, probably less than 10 schools organized nursing programs in the US. After doing that program, she moved to Battle Creek, and she thought she'd get a job at Battle Creek Sanitarium or maybe continue her education in the school. But what she found was that there were no nurses at all at Battle Creek. They only had bath attendants giving care. And she was encouraged to forget about nursing and go to medical school, so she did at the University of Michigan. But she also had an opportunity later to observe the Nightingale Plan for Education at work at Bellevue, and she went there to do a medical specialty. And she was even more convinced that the Adventists need a nursing program like the Nightingale Plan. So she convinced Dr. Kellogg that they needed to start such a program at Battle Creek, and they did in 1983. And you all know what a glorious institution that was. We hear about it and have seen pictures of it. It, in fact, was the 4th